Okay, I'm going to do a review on my new 2020 Can Am Maverick X3 XMR Turbo RR. Man, I know that is a mouthful. So I'm still missing my whip flags. Unfortunately, with all the stuff that's going on in the world today, the shipments and stuff have been delayed, so those aren't major problems at this point in time. So first and foremost, hope everyone's staying healthy out there and trying to get through these tough times. But I just got this. Oh, if you follow my videos, you saw a few weeks ago, they put the roof on and the windshield on so I could take it to Pruitt's Mountain Off-Road Adventure Park, and we won $500 in their little bounty hole. We didn't make it all the way through, but we got the furthest. So I'm just going to kind of go through some of the accessories and some of the things that we've had put on it and kind of go from there. We do have the Can Am cooler. I have it right over here. So here's one of the issues that I have with Can Am. They have so few things. Now, from what I hear, everything they have is fantastic and works great. But here's their cooler. This thing is so small. Let me just put a glove here. I'll put a glove in here. Here's a glove in it compared to what it is. I think it's like almost $400. I'm going to get mine wrapped so it doesn't stick out so much. I believe I'm going to have it wrapped in, say, Missouri Mutters. So that will go back on the back. That's one thing they're waiting on from Can Am too. So with all the shipments, everything's been like 4 weeks behind. So again, not a big deal, but they were nice enough at STL Power Sports to go ahead and put it all back together for the most part again, because they'll have to take the roof back off to do the whip flags and stuff again. So again, if you guys need any ATVs, UTVs, motorcycles, STL Power Sports in Fenton is a fantastic place. Josh or Greg will treat you absolutely fantastic. So let's just go ahead and start with some of the things. Super ATV windshield and Super ATV light rack with bar. This is the first one I've had of one of these windshields. I did quite a bit of research on it. There's not a lot of options that you can get, again, with Can Am, but the cool thing about this one is when you're riding by yourself, you can close it really easy. I did get the backup camera. Let me go and start. I think this is so I did get the backup camera on this one. Whether it's rock crawling or whatever, I think it'd be wise to have. Got the Rockford Fosgate speaker, which is great. It has a little button you can push right here. I'll go ahead and sync it up. I have the lights turned on just to try to get out of here so maybe see a little bit differently. So it's not so close. I have it just where they're changing random colors. Sorry, I didn't realize when I kicked the stereo on that would actually kick me off because it has my Bluetooth through the phone and I'm recording this through my phone. So here's a little apparatus that you can use to change. You can program it, keep it whatever color that you want these to be on the Rockford Fosgate, but I'll tell you, it's fantastic. It is super expensive roof, but plenty of headroom. I'm 6'1". Okay, we'll try this for a third time. So it kicked it on the Bluetooth again too fast. I thought I could get all that out before it kicked on. But again, the Rockford Fosgate, great system. That came through Can Am. So the roof came through Can Am. The rear view mirror came through Can Am. I'll just gotta go over all the Can Am stuff. The cooler was through Can Am. These rock sliders on the side are Can Am. Now the one thing I didn't realize is on the picture, I thought they ended right here. And I was looking at, I thought they ended right here. I didn't realize that went all the way around. So that may affect if I wanted to put a 37-inch tire on. I've heard you can go up to 37s, Moto Havocs, BKTs with these. So I may just have to go to a 35 with that. But again, probably gonna be a little bit more protection. So probably overall good thing. Here's the rear view camera right here. Great picture quality. Now it does vibrate a little with these tires, so obviously if you had trail tires on it, I don't think you'd have as many issues with that vibrating. But with those mud tires on, if you're going on asphalt, it's definitely noticeable. Let me come back around here. Again, this was through Can Am too. I ended up getting this Rockstar gear shifter and the cover plate that was polished. I just thought it looked a little bit better. We did get some Can Am, the harnesses. Back up. They seem to be pretty comfortable. The only issue with these is if you're going to get these harnesses, you pretty much have to be wearing them the entire time. You can't slide them out of the way or whatever. So they're gonna have to come across the shoulders or something just a little bit. But again, they're a lot more comfortable. I saw a guy, now they did it on both sides, but I had it on the passenger side. So whenever I go to take my seat off, all I have to do is pull this up and take these 2 screws out and these 2 bolts out and those 2 bolts out, and just lift the chair off of the little mounting bracket here if I ever needed to get to the battery. Now that would be on the passenger side. On this side it really doesn't matter, but they did that on both mine. Here's the only thing that I didn't get through Can Am or Super ATV is these PRP seat little pouches that you have. They have like the little knee guard and stuff right here. Really nice. Zippers, heavy duty, really nice stuff. I think they're like $117. And then this was a Super ATV. Both of these were. I think we kind of talked about just a little bit with the windshield. Nice windshield. I like the coverage. I like the coverage that you get up here at the top, so you don't have anything that goes in between the roof and the top of the windshield. And the light's not too bulky and big. It actually looks pretty good. I wish it was down just a little bit more, but there's just not much you can do. It was a really good deal through Super ATV. I think for the bracket and the light was, I don't know, $400 or $500. Not too bad. So compared to my 2018 high lifter Polaris, you know, I'll kind of go over the pros and cons. And I've only, you know, this is only really the second time I've been in this riding it around. I took it down to the river and down the road for a few miles. So the thing I love about it is the power. Oh my gosh, instant power, absolutely crazy how much power this thing has. That Turbo R with 195 horsepower. It's a little sluggish, I think, with the gas pedal. Now, the Razor was too, so you're not going to get that instant Ferrari or Corvette instant throttle response. With the suspension, it's just like, you know, when you stop and go, you're going to get quite a bit of this. But, you know, when you're doing some jumps and really riding on the trails hard, you'd be really glad that you have that much given the suspension. So again, I'm going to put the cooler back here, but I'm going to get it wrapped. Try to have it match as good to this Manta Green as the color they call it. It's starting to wear on me, I guess, a little bit. My wife really likes it, but you know, it's pretty bright. Now, the thing that I hate about the camp are these stupid doors. How you get in and out, especially if this thing is going to be muddy and your hands are muddy. You've got to reach in here, and you've got to find this little pull tab and pull it. Now, it's a little bit more exposed, obviously, if you don't have the door bags in. But, you know, right over here, just a really goofy thing. And at the mud park, the actual passenger door flew open. I didn't hit the mud hole that hard at all. The door flew open, so luckily I was kind of close to already getting stuck. So I think there's a few issues here there. Now, you can lower these. So this is on the highest setting. I'm going to lower mine down a little bit lower. But again, here's the little piece that if you end up cutting this little bottom piece off, you can take those 4 bolts out. So if you have like a battery tender or anything like that, if you need to get to the battery, just to be much faster and easier than having to, you know, go and try to take all these bolts out here, and then you've got to get back there and take the ones out, especially if it's really muddy. So, oh, and sorry, they're so small, I didn't even remember. I bought the extended fender flares. Now, I don't know if you remember on Buck Nasty, they stuck out like this wide. They were probably 10 inches wide. These here through Can Am, and I had no clue, I'm, what, 2.5 inches wide maybe. They're not going to stop anything. So if anybody has any clue of what they're using, I've seen mats and stuff out there. I didn't really like the look of that. I'd like to find some really nice extended fender flares. The back's not too bad, but again, not going to stop much. Not going to stop much mud from flying, especially these front ones. I can't believe how small they are. Now, the Polaris ones I did buy were the extra large ones, so just for the tire, so you can get a little bit of a visual there. But other than that, just a great machine. I've not had to use the winch yet. And just look how much beefier everything is on the A-arms, and you can tell when you're driving this compared to the Highlifter 1000, just a different animal. I love the steering wheel. It's so much more comfortable. Now, the laid back seat position isn't as bad as it has, I think, that it had been in the past. I think they have corrected it a little bit, but still, you're still kind of in that kickback position for sure. I'll turn the light on here. This one here, light bar. Well, maybe not. Does it have to be on? Yeah. Okay, well, something didn't know. On the Razor, it didn't have to be on. Have the light bar on there. Yeah, I like the exhaust. It sounds a little meatier too. I've been thinking about getting one of those tiger tails and putting here, but I see that this entire bracket has to come off. All right, so I'll do another review after we can actually take it to a park and get it stuck and see what kind of damage we can put it through. But overall, you know, I'm really liking it so far. Seems like quite a bit more machine than what I had last time. Here are the brackets for the whip flags right here. So where you have the bracket, just waiting on the light up whip flags. But I'll go ahead and do another review or two and see how the parts hold up and just see how much I like everything here, maybe 3 or 4 months. Everybody stay safe. Okay, no, I will complain about one more thing. You see all the dirt that gets up underneath the windshield? This is just one outing. The dirt gets stuck up under there. I wish Super ATV somehow would make it some kind of seal. Now, there's a piece of like weather stripping or something that goes underneath it, but again, I'm gonna have to loosen all that up every time to blow all that dirt out of there to get that out. But that is one kind of pet peeve that I've had just so far.